Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. Today in Pittsburgh, students took to the streets to protest the not guilty verdict of East Pittsburgh police officer Michael Rosfeld. He was charged with criminal homicide. His trial ended on Friday. Again, he was found not guilty in the shooting death of Antwon Rose, an African-American who was stopped in June of 2018. He was running away after the car he was in was stopped by police who were investigating a drive-by shooting. Rose was shot in the back. Folks, this is video of that, and it's quite disturbing, so we just want to warn you in advance. This is video of that shooting.
Why are they shooting at him? No, I'm recording this. Why are they shooting? All they did was run, and they're shooting at them. You go in the house. Don't shoot at them.
Antwon Rose, again, was 17 years old. Joining us is Rob Taylor, managing editor of the new Pittsburgh Courier, black newspaper there. He covered the story. Rob, the jury found this officer not guilty. What was the rationale? That, he feared for his life? I mean, Rose was running away.
Well, nice to be on your show, Roland. I think Rosfeld, he testified on the third day of the trial. So the trial, which, all of us here in Pittsburgh have been anticipating for months, ever since the incident happened in mid-June. So the trial began on March 19th. He testified. Not many people knew that he was going to take the stand. So he testified on Thursday, March 21st, and he went up there and said that he thought, and as I see it here, I thought that one of them was pointing a weapon at me. I quote again, I thought one of them was pointing a weapon at me. So what happened there, as you may have seen in the video, there were three men in the car.
Right. A
man who was, a jitney, which, Uber, so to speak, take people around who need to get where they need to go. Who knows if the driver knew that there was going to be a drive-by shooting about to happen? The man in the back, I don't think you've shown the video yet, but the man in the back, Antwon Hester, fired 9 shots out of the back window of the Chevrolet Cruze 15 minutes before Rosfeld pulled over this Cruze. So Antwon Rose was in the front right passenger seat. He did not fire any guns. He was unarmed when you saw him running. So in Rosfeld's defense, he's saying, when he had the first man, the driver, he ordered him out of the vehicle towards the ground. Rosfeld is testifying that he was focused on the man who was down. He turns, thought that he saw Rose and/or Hester pointing a handgun, turns, and he says here, as I look at what he put, one of the suspects turned, pointed toward me with what I thought was a handgun. After thinking, I thought I saw a handgun, he says, I turned and fired 3 rounds. And he also said that he did it to protect himself and the community.
A guy who was running away from him.
A guy who you saw in the video running away.
First of all, was there any body cam footage from the officers?
To my knowledge, nothing. We have not seen any body cam footage. Actually, East Pittsburgh is where Rosfeld, he was just, I think it was his first day on the force. East Pittsburgh's a very small suburban community. It's the place of the original drive-by shooting was in North Braddock, which is just a few minutes from East Pittsburgh. They're neighboring suburban small towns. And we never saw any body cam footage. The East Pittsburgh Police Department, which I believe had about 8 part-time officers or something like that, they disbanded, so they are no more. So there's been a lot of complaints about, did the East Pittsburgh Police Department provide proper training? Why didn't he wait for backup? Backup was actually coming at the time when he fired the shots. So there's been a lot of debate about this actual police department.
Got it.
And if they trained him properly.
Well, well, first of all, it's not stunning that you would see him say that he feared for his life. Also, we know so many other cases where officers fire guns at people who are running away, which still makes no sense because they're running away, and so how your life is in danger. We saw those students protesting today. Do we expect continuing protests to take place there in Pittsburgh?
Well, as you said earlier today, it was a majority high school students. Our Pittsburgh public school system, they put out an email to all the media and everybody saying, if you get a excused absence from your parents, you can go down there. Whether they got them or not, who knows? The point was there were 1,500 people, vast majority high school students, college students, Duquesne University law students who I saw there as well, marched through the streets of downtown Pittsburgh, obviously disappointed, vehemently denying or not wanting to believe that this verdict could come.
All right, then. Well, Rob, we certainly appreciate it, man. Thank you so very much.
No problem.
All right, folks. Again, panel real quick. Look, this is, I'm not saying that body cams would somehow have convicted the police officer, but having body cam footage, you would have been able to see if someone turned to him with a gun and if that even existed. This is still why, and I get it's not a panacea, but that's why I don't care. And all these departments now trying to stop it. Every police department should have body cameras.
Well, this is one of those places me and you have agreed on for years, which is that we have to have, going back to the same point, federalized standards, where the federal government needs to put out, if you're going to be a law enforcement officer in America, you have to be equipped with a certain amount of training, you have to be equipped with a body camera, you have to be equipped with the equipment you need to not have to murder people if you think you're a little bit scared.
And if you turn it off, automatic expulsion.
Absolutely.
That's my problem. They'll turn it off.
You got the video of the brother running, the young man running.
Right.
And so you didn't see him turn around. This guy said he saw somebody turn around. You didn't see him turn around. The training piece is the biggest piece here. He was on his first day or something, and he just feels like he was, at risk. But Roland, they had the foreman of this jury was African-American man, an older African-American man, retired. I don't want to call the man Uncle Tom. But I would like to say...
You just did.
Yeah. No, I said I didn't want to.
Okay, no, but what's the basis?
What?
What's the basis?
Of me calling him Uncle Tom?
Yes.
Doing his Mr. Bojangles thing on camera.
No, what did he say?
He said, what would you do without the police? We need the police. So you have to give the police the benefit of the doubt because we need the police. He went on to say he knew the community was going to be upset, but you need the police. He said also because...
Well, first of all, I can agree with all of that, but still say... Damn it, you're wrong for firing shots at somebody running away. But obviously he didn't. Okay,
he
I got
felt that the firing of the shots was okay because he believed that the policeman was in fear of his life. He also said because the other two did not testify, one took the fifth, because the other two did not testify, he felt the jury had no choice, but they did have a choice.
Okay, that is nuts. Michael, real quick, go ahead.
I think the larger issue in this, it's trying to balance between... It sounds like what the foreman said about what the community is policing clearly, is also the standard in the courtroom. The laws have to change relative to how you convict police officers. It is they have a hook to hang their hat on pretty much every time.
Every time. Oh, life in danger. Okay.
I'm afraid for my life.
You're good.
Correct.
I mean that's what it is.
Running, but I'm afraid for my life.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Well, just tying this in with the last story about activists and the suicide rate, we have to teach these young people in the streets how to take that into city council, into the state legislature, get laws changed, because often what depresses you when you feel like nothing is happening, nothing is changing, teach them how to make a real change.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. Calling all HBCU alumni, students, and leaders, enter the Ford Motor Company HBCU Mobility Challenge and win $25,000 for your school. Building on their long-term support of HBCUs, Ford is looking to improve mobility in HBCU communities through innovative solutions. The winning program will receive a grant of up to $25,000 to implement their proposal. The deadline to apply is March 31st, 2019. Go to FGB.Life. That's F right there, FGB.Life for more information and to apply. Ford goes further in our community. We certainly thank Ford for being a partner of Roland Martin Unfiltered. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.